Louis Van Amstel
Looks good.
was the only one
Yeah, but
that
he
I
did that
remembered.
fitness series. Like, he does the blast now,
That's
so
right.
he's been working on his salsa hips and stuff.
Yeah, he was the only one I recognized.
Did you ever take the blast, by the way?
No.
Oh, I did it this one time.
At Dine and Dance?
No.
It
was at the community center, and it
Oh.
was one of those like old people workout classes.
Yeah.
And I clearly didn't belong.
Easy. With the old people jokes.
It would have been too easy for you.
It would have been too easy for you. It was like, yeah, it was so funny.
Was it like chair yoga?
No, it wasn't as bad as chair yoga, but there was just as little hip movement as chair yoga.
Hey, it's your pal, the Dancing Housewife, and welcome back to another episode of Dishing with the Duff Couple, brought to you by none other than the Dancing Housewife. I'm back again because I had so much fun last week and they let me come back. So, here we are.
We love it when you're back. I'm Ross Hill.
And I'm Carolyn Cline.
And we are the Duff Couple with the Dancing Housewife. What a fun episode.
I loved it from start to finish.
This was like the first one that I felt just like the energy throughout the whole show was just solid. It was great. It was emotional. Even the parts that weren't as good, they were still entertaining. It was just a solid episode.
Were you surprised that they said in the beginning, they were giving all these stats, and they said there have been 400 stars on the show? Isn't that wild?
At least 200 of them were in the audience. There were great cameos.
I love the cameos. We kept going, oh my
There's
God.
that person. Yep, it was so fun.
So,
the intro.
Yeah.
How they kind of
opening number.
It started with
very cool
original pros.
Yeah.
And some of them haven't danced since their original seasons. My favorite part absolutely was when Derek and Daniela did their little tango feature.
I loved that part.
And Julianne's feature.
Yeah, thank goodness Julianne was dancing because she always looks better when she's dancing. Yep. But all I have to say is bring back Tom.
Yes.
He was such a joy as a guest judge today.
Yeah, he was. I really enjoyed him. I do have to say one thing. This number was reminiscent of last year's competitive season for the Dancing Doc and me. I don't know if you recall, but I had my panties all up in a wad because they decided that they weren't going to contest a separately contested Senior 9 dance event.
Yes,
and when I inquired about it, they just said, well, just go qualify for adult. And so I said, well, then I will. And so to see the older pros dancing in comparison to the younger pros, now I know what those poor judges must have felt like when they were watching us on the floor with you.
We loved having you on the adult night dance floor, though. I do remember that, though.
Yes, but the poor judges, they're like, oh, yeah, that couple over there. Just
stop it.
It was like, they were like our fandies, you know?
Okay, do not put yourself in that category.
All right. Moving on.
Yes.
Let's get into the dancing. Elaine and Alan dance a salsa. What did you think?
I've said it before. Salsas on this show. They don't translate well, but this was fun. As soon as she did her first back break, I thought she's got it. Her technique, their outfits, the choreo is good. I very much enjoyed it. I thought this was a strong number for Elaine, and I actually think it was underscored.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
My favorite part about it was definitely the green shorts, because if you remember, we are a fan of the
fringe
shorts. For many, many years, I had blue fringe shorts, and I loved her green one.
Because if you can't make body movements, wear fringe.
Rude.
You can make body movement.
But her whole 90s look was really fun.
Her
spins are always so good.
Yeah, very tight.
And
very
she had
tight.
High energy. It was really fun. And I actually saw a lot of salsa in there. Or maybe more mambo, which is why I didn't hate it so much. Because I was like, okay, this would be like really good mambo dancing if they were on the two. But it was pretty good.
Maybe that's why the choreo just translated a little bit better.
Yeah.
Would you agree with Bruno's definition of bushy?
What? How is that an adjective?
I don't
used
know.
to describe.
What does it mean when one looks bushy? I could say
was he talking about the fringe pants? Or
I have no
was she having
idea.
a bad hair day? I don't know. Two things. I wish that she was in long fringe pants, full-length fringe pants. I think that would have given her a better look. She might have gotten 10s out of that because I think her bend and straight was not clean and clear. And then I thought the entrance and the exit of that one lift was pretty rough.
That is true. That it was a little.
I didn't notice it.
No, there wasn't.
Notes.
It wasn't a solid 10. So when I say underscored, maybe a 110.
Okay.
The rest 9.
They got straight 9s.
9, 9, 9, 9, 9.
Straight 9s, and you thought it was underscored. I was okay with it
By
at the time.
Yeah, by 1. Moving on.
Robert and Whitney danced to Foxtrot, and it was so precious, especially during the package when tiny Robert was crying after watching his sister dance. That had me tearing up a little bit. What did you think of their dancing?
It was good. So they did a Foxtrot. I do think
I'm sorry.
Was the song a Foxtrot?
No.
But was the routine cute?
I don't know. I had it in the forgettable zone. I had it in the forgettable zone. Yeah.
It wasn't top 2 for me. In my opinion, he had some great back-led arm movements, which I think is improvement. He had some of those.
And you did some pivots that are really hard.
And he is emotionally there.
Yeah.
So that was, he is in
definitely connected to the song. He was inspired by his sister who was dedicating it to their father, and he had a real emotional letdown. Correct. He was very emotional the whole time. So in that respect, I found it engaging, but in terms of the dance, I just thought it was
I did like how she ran it at the end. I know she's not part of the dance and it wasn't part of the challenge, but if they did 8 counts of something versus what's coming out, that would be nice.
And being framed.
And they were pulling on the heartstrings with projecting of his father.
Well, apparently he didn't even know that they were going to do that. I feel like that's kind of emotional abuse for them to just like.
Yeah, I agree. Like, yeah, I think that was curated by the producers to get that response. They know how emotional he is, and I think that they expected, okay, if we do this, we're going to get a really big emotional response. So I feel like that was curated. Yeah. And I don't like that.
Yeah. Another thing I want to talk about, which aside from his dancing, they got straight 10s. The judges loved them. I was okay with it. Like,
our first 10s. Yeah, Wait a minute. Our first 10s.
They deserved it. But another criticism is Carrie-Anne literally said she's changing her rule on lifts because of his performance. And that comment is why this show keeps getting accused of favoritism. It's because of comments like that. You can't say that I'm changing my rule even though there was a lift and the toe came off the floor. Like, I'm changing for you.
If she's going to go ahead and give him a 10 in spite of the fact that she's so nitpicky about the lifts, you don't say it. You just do it. And the fact that she said it was so annoying. But again, attention on me, attention on Carrie-Anne. This is my big thing, but let me tell you what I'm going to do now. Yeah, it's my moment. Yeah.
But regardless, Robert and Whitney did get the first 40s. Also, can't go without saying Whitney looked incredible.
Yeah.
As always. But love the outfit. And I don't usually like midriffs in smooth dances.
Yeah.
But I was okay with it. Next, Andy and Emma did a Quickstep.
It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It was better than last
week. That's exactly what I thought.
He was even hopping around and he was shaping. He had frame and I really didn't know how that was going to go, especially because like he said, it is a high energy dance. And you could tell that he was thinking harder about this dance because he wasn't selling it as much as he does with some of the easier dances. This one was a challenge for him.
Yeah.
Emma looked stunning. I am obsessed with her dress. She needs a moment for that dress.
That was like
the stoning and the draping was stunning on that red dress. If I was a judge and giving him feedback, he needs to learn how to disconnect his top half from his bottom half.
Honestly, well, I appreciate that you gave the time to critique. I just watched it and I'm like, it's Andy. Next. Emma looks stunning. Her counting was very distracting tonight.
Yeah,
more so than usual.
It was a respectable quick step.
He moved more, and the choreo was pretty challenging, actually. Yeah.
And the judges agreed with us. They got 8, 7, 7, 7.
Wow, he went 1 up.
Yeah. I thought it could have had maybe 1 more 8, in my opinion, because he did get better. And if you're judging them on their specific learning curve, which is what they say they're doing, it got better. Fair. I could have seen 1 more 8 in there. Just me.
Before we get into the next dance, they did do a tribute because the show has been around for so long that they've had, unfortunately, multiple of the stars pass away. Yeah. And they had a beautiful tribute choreographed by Ezra and Riley, which they looked amazing.
Yeah. And we had talked about Jerry Springer last week, and I did not realize that he passed away.
I did, but I forgot about it. Just really sad. So
very sad. But a nice moving tribute, I thought.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes. Well done. Then Dylan and Daniela did an Argentine tango.
I loved how clean their look was. Simple costuming, simple hair, simple makeup. My comment after their dance was, damn, there are at least 4 Ys in there. Damn, boy.
Yum.
That was so strong, and he was really leading. He had super sharp steps and flicks. I thought he did a great job.
So this was said by friend Courtney. I totally agreed. Anytime Daniela is dancing, I feel the need to get into plank position. Only watch her while I'm doing crunches or something, just because insane. Her body is insane. And I just feel like I need to be doing something while watching her. My only critique of Dylan was that there were a couple times, especially when they have faster rotating actions, he hunches down. He does not need to do that. And I think he's doing it to try to be eye level. He does not. He needs to
kind of the style of Argentine, though, is like it is close moments.
But I feel neck and close is different than when you're like hunching over and you're losing these rounded shoulders. I don't know. It was only a couple times.
Yeah.
And that was my first thought, was that he's trying to be eye level with her.
So the judges gave them straight 10s. I could have done with a 9 or 2 thrown in there. I loved the dance, but I just, personal opinion.
Still 1-9.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
I did
happy for them.
Yeah.
All right, up next, Jordan and Ezra danced to cha-cha.
I think cha-cha is challenging for most gymnasts, but I thought she looked stable. Her leg action was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, she tried hard.
Loved her hair. She was very sexy. I liked when she went down and she laid on him and they did like a pulsing action and came up. I liked it. It got mixed reviews in our group.
But like,
it got mixed reviews, but I liked it. And Ezra looked great again.
Of course, because he's in his element in Latin dancing. I loved their beginning. I thought she was still a little bit high, and there were some turned in feet in places. But in general, I feel like she nailed so many other aspects of technique. She had really straight legs. I saw her settling, and just like Derek said, she did have moments where she had texture in the body. I want to give her credit where credit is due, because I do think it was really good.
So she got a 9, 10, 9, 9. Derek committed to his score.
Yeah.
And I commend him because he had a reason behind it.
Up next, Alex and Val danced to Foxtrot. That was a fast Foxtrot. I felt like they sped up the song and they didn't need to.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. She looked gorgeous.
And she had a lot of
hair and everything. She looked so
She was
good.
like a Hollywood starlet from like the 1950s or 60s.
Oh. She had really nice frame. If I had to give her any comments, I felt, and this might even just be for Val, like some of her kicks really didn't originate from anywhere. She just kicked out of nowhere.
Sick.
And that was a little distracting for me in watching the dance.
I just wrote effortless and flawless. And I liked her standing spin. So we'll keep it nice and simple.
Well,
they also... Oh, you didn't like it?
No.
Antoinette.
I did not see sway. I thought it was picture lines. I thought it was manufactured shape. I didn't think it was organic.
Even with some of her, with some of their like natural turns and everything.
I thought her turning was nice, but I felt like it was flat. I felt like her rise was through her legs and not through her body. I didn't see body rise, so I didn't see her rise across the floor. I felt like she was rising here. And I think that's what happens to her when she gets excited. And I think that she danced in her high center instead of her low center. I thought she was beautiful. I think she still deserved 10s based on the other scores. Right. But in terms of all of the 10s, I thought her 10 was probably the weakest of all the 4 10s.
Interesting. I appreciate that, though. And you've probably been doing a little bit more smooth lessons than we have lately. So
I thought it was well-deserved, and I was happy that she finally got the 40 that she deserved, because I thought she was robbed last week.
I thought she deserved it last week. Yeah. Like last week, I really thought that dance deserved 4 10s.
Yes.
And I thought she should have been at the top of the leaderboard. I thought she deserved to have the amnesty and not have to compete, because then she would have had 2 points. And she didn't have 2 points. I mean, it didn't matter, but...
So with that being said, going into the next one, I was kind of pre-irritated with Whitney and Mark because I thought Alex and Val should have had already. So I didn't want to like Whitney and Mark's dance. So they also did an Argentine tango to the cell block tango. And I didn't want to like it, but she killed it. She did a really great job with it.
It was really sharp. Yeah. The flicks were really intricate. Yeah. Great job, Mark, with the choreo per usual. Shocking. But for me, Halfway through the dance, I was like, wait, didn't they dance this last week? And apparently they danced a paso last week, but it felt very similar to me. I couldn't get past that. So for me, it wasn't the best thing I've ever seen.
You know what, Carolyn, though? I think why it felt like that to you is because they were missing a really vital element of Argentine, which is sensuality and intimacy.
It was intense without the sensual.
But it wasn't intimate. There was no intimacy like with Daniela and Dylan. They had that intimacy. With Robert and Whitney last week, they did a paso, but there was a lot of intimacy that there's never any real intimacy
Whitney's
with her and Mark
she's not
at
an
all.
intimate dancer. That's her biggest thing.
They have a really big age difference too, though.
I don't think that is as important, but her performance isn't. Not that she's not a performer, it's so different than everyone else's, and it's always just one note. She commits to a feeling and just sticks with it, you know?
I think she's really technically sound, and she's approaches everything from, I'm going to be the best dancer, and we miss the, tell us how much you love what you're doing. Like, we're not getting that engagement.
Feel something. Yeah. The judges I did love how of the Cell Block Tango, they did the part where I met a guy in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, that was
pretty funny. That was homage to the Mormon life. But they got four tens as well. So this is 4 couples that got 43.
Dylan and Daniela, Alex and Val, Robert and
Whitney, and then Whitney Mark.
Yeah.
Yep. 4
so
couples.
If you had to rank those the 40s, who would you put atop the leaderboard and who would you put at the bottom?
Gosh, I think we're all going to have different answers for this one too, but I think I would put Alex and Val.
I'd put Robert and Whitney, but they're also my favorites.
I'd put Dylan and Daniela.
I love how we have different answers, actually.
Yeah. Who would you put at the bottom? You know who I would put Alex and Val.
You put them.
I put Whitney and Mark.
I actually put Dylan and Daniela.
Really? Isn't that funny? So you and I are completely flip-flopped.
Uh-huh. Yep.
That's so funny.
Look at us being silly.
All right, moving on.
So then they did a look back. I actually really enjoyed this. They did a look back at the judges talking about each other over the years. And I liked the before and after, especially since Bruno and Carrie have been there since day one. First of all, they've both had some work done. I also forgot Bruno was handsome when he was younger. And Carrie Ann looks better now? Question mark? I don't know. But it was cute.
You see Carrie Ann through the filter of not liking her.
I know.
It's hard for you to see.
It is. But it was cute how they talked about each other and how they showed silly moments. I like that they showed her falling out of her chair and that she's funny. A complete nutbag. So, not nutbag. She's a complete loony bin.
So perfect.
Okay, so then we get into the relay dancing. And this is the first time that Dancing with the Stars has done something like this. Super cool concept, but they brought former mirror ball champions back into the ballroom to be paired up with the current stars. And then the pros would choreograph it, but they are not actually part of the dance for this. So we had 2 couples at a time going against each other. And what they would do is one couple would start, and then halfway through they would phase out, and the other couple would come in to finish the routine.
And whoever won got 2 extra points from the judges.
So first up, we had Jordan joined by former Olympian Apollo Ono. And she was against Elaine Hendricks, and she was partnered with Rashad Jennings.
Yeah.
They danced a Quickstep. So I overall thought Apollo was a better lead, but I liked Elaine better, like how she looked. It was very evident, though, that both of the male stars have not danced in a while and actually don't know how to lead. And the follows were like, oh, we're used to confident leads. And so it was disjointed. There was some bouncing off each other, but I kind of loved it.
They were really off in timing. Couldn't they have given them a little bit of an easier dance where they're not like bouncing around? Why did they have to choose a quick step? You know what I mean?
And they kept saying, they're like, this was the one Rashad got all 10s in. And I was like, was he dancing against dead people? I don't know.
I didn't even know who I wanted to win at the end of it. But Jordan ended up winning.
Yeah.
Yay, good for her.
So they get 2 additional points.
And up next, Dylan and Rumor
Willis, Bruce Willis's daughter.
Yeah, and then Andy got paired with Caitlin Bristow, and they all danced a V-waltz.
This was one of those examples where I wish there was a camera filming our reaction.
Yes.
So Dylan and Rumor, they came out and I was like, this is a very sexy Viennese waltz.
It was.
Which is not usually something that goes hand in hand. And then Andy came out and she went to rip his shirt off and we all screamed because we were like, screw, no. And then it came out and then there was like gasping. It was a roller coaster of emotions.
I would arguably say Caitlyn did the most work of anybody on that dance floor. She was actually made it look not awkward. She was working it.
Because she's like, look what I have to do. This is my moment.
She also dragged him through the entire dance a little bit, but it was so entertaining. And again, better than my very low expectations because she killed it.
I'm glad Dylan and Rumor won.
I actually forgot it was a Viennese waltz. It was so aggressive. I thought, wait a minute, is this a tango? What is this? And then
aggressive Viennese waltz. Aggressive, fiery, sexy Viennese waltz. So Dylan and Rumor won, and they get 2 points.
Next up, Robert danced with Sochi, and Alex danced with Joey, and they all did a jive.
I think Robert and Sochi were more technical and just a little bit cleaner with it. I, however, wanted Alex to win that one. Joey comes in and he's all hunched up and goofy. And I was like, come on, buddy. You were the freshest off of the floor.
Yeah.
I think he was worried that he was going to kick her in the face because he had hit her in the face so many times.
The package was stressful.
They made sure that you knew how goofy and funny Robert and Sochi's practices were. And they made sure you knew that Alex wasn't having a good time, was getting kicked in the face. How they set up those packages did not help them in their dancing. And I do think it's really hard when you're comparing a lead to a follow, right? Because Sochi is a follow and then Joey was a lead. So
I agree.
When you're comparing the two, it makes it really hard, but I thought that Robert was a little bit better.
I probably liked this dance of Robert's more than I've liked even many of his dances with Whitney because I felt like it was an age-appropriate partnership, and he looked really natural. He looked more relaxed doing that jive than I think he looked sometimes with Whitney. He was really relaxed and looked really good tonight.
That's a good point.
I really enjoyed his dance.
He's almost like still a little intimidated to be around Whitney.
Yeah.
You know, it gave that same kind of allure that Steven and Riley had. That was just like, we're two buddies and we're just going to go out there and we're going to do a cute little routine.
In the audience tonight, did you see him? He was there.
Alona was there too. It was
that was
great.
Really
the cameos were great. It was great.
So if you had to do a relay, who would you want to be paired with?
From the past?
Yeah. Anybody. It doesn't have to be a winner. If you could just be paired with somebody from the
Oh, Lindsay Sterling.
Yeah. I was going to say Steve Shore.
Oh, see, there you go. What about you?
Oh, I think I would want to be paired with Alfonso.
Oh, good answer.
Really good answer.
And a beer ball champion too.
Yeah.
Oh, if I had to choose a winner, can I say Nicole Scherzinger? I mean, she's amazing. Like, is that is that a no-brainer? I'm also going to go with Amber Riley. Because I think she'd have really fun.
You had a lot of answers.
I guess I've thought about that answer before. No, Lindsay's my number one.
You think he's looking for a new partner, Carolyn? Do you think this is an indication of somebody not being very content with his current partner?
Just dance with a professional. Dance like a professional. I'm kidding. I love you.
All right. So, what would you add to your wardrobe today?
So sexy it hurts.
So going back to my boy Derek, first opening tux classic, brooch was out and proud, but then he quickly changed into that all brown look.
I liked that. Brown on brown. Yeah.
Brown on brown was good. Bruno's jacket wasn't terrible either. He did take it off and have a cold shoulder moment or whatever. Yeah, but I liked the jacket.
Nice.
Yeah, that sparkly silver. Yeah.
So before we do predictions, we have to share who went home. Spoiler alert.
Oh, the Fandies are going to be devastated.
Andy went home.
About time. It was time.
It was time. It was time. It was time.
Yep. Yeah. I have nothing negative to say about it.
Yeah, it was time.
He brought an energy to the show that was cute and his spirit will live on.
Yeah. So who do you think is going home next week?
I think that Jordan and Ezra will be
I'm
next.
ready for them.
Yeah.
I agree.
I want Jordan and Ezra to go home, but I am a little nervous about Elaine and Alan because I feel like her scores are low. Why are her scores so low?
But also, don't they need to eliminate 2 people next week? If this was a quarterfinal,
no, this is all over the internet.
Next is the semifinal,
this is all over the internet. They can take 5 people. It's on the internet that there's all these predictions. There's going to be a 5-couple final.
No, no. I thought it was supposed to be 3, and it might be 4.
I'm not saying I'm agreeing with it. I've just seen a lot of things on TikTok where people are like, I'm calling it now, 5-person final.
For people listening, I'm going to be in Columbus next week at the Ohio Star Ball, down the street from Carolyn's house, where she hosts a big watch party. And I was invited, just like I was invited to the wedding. And maybe if I went to the watch party, I don't know, maybe Ross would dance with me at her house, but probably not because he didn't dance with me at the wedding. But anyway, you're never going to live that down. Just
I honestly, there's nothing to say. You're right.
But I can't go because my hair and makeup appointment is going to be really early in the morning. So I have to get my beauty sleep. I'm there to compete. But anyway, you text me who was eliminated.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's all for today because Ross's phone's going to die.
I know. My phone's about to die. Happy 20th birthday, Dancing with the Stars. We love you.
Yes.
2 decades of fog and
glitter
bombing and terrible cover bands.
And do you know what?
We still love it.
20 years ago, I wasn't dancing.
Same.
I wasn't ballroom dancing.
Same. No. I was getting my driver's license.
Oh my God. Okay. On that note, this is the Dancing Housewife.
I'm Ross Hill.
I'm Carolyn Cline. And as always,
happy dancing.
Happy dancing.
We love it when you're back. What a fun. Do you want us to say our names?
Yes, say your names.
I hated Julianne's dress that she changed into at this point. It looked like something that I can't say out loud on the podcast,
but it was thinking it.
Not flattering.
It starts with a V.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Oh, how could you not?
Because that's not what it looks like. I mean, maybe in cartoons. I don't know. Maybe you.
Okay,
maybe you don't read. You
read. Don't watch cartoon those. Just so you're aware. Don't be alarmed. But all of us were like, "Oh no, not that."
No.
Look at us being silly.